and that's why I wanted. I started that conversation is who do you think's getting the most respect or who's the most feared player at the table, and you thought it came in. You felt Steve, but I'm watching Trevor play his short stack because he's been short stack for a couple blind levels now, and he's not getting called.
No, he's not. I think when he's going in, they're thinking he's got the goods, and eights is very strong. King Jack, I'm probably
and a couple
opportunities.
Opportunities that he's gone in, it's been against players that I don't think have the cojones to make the call or don't feel that they're in a position to make the call.
And that's a part of it too. If I'm, if Ron's, to my right and he's calling, I'm moving in a lot. I don't think he's going to call me. And it worked out that way a couple times, but that absolutely has to be part of your thinking for sure.
Wow, Steve hits his flush. And then just check. And then check some more. Steve, why are you not betting there?
I thought I was slow playing, yeah. Nice.
Wow.
Oh, wow. They were until the river.
They check the flop, turn, river.
So the chat has not sung "Happy Birthday" yet to Steve. I think that's been a huge motivation for him.
You think it's what it is?
He caught wind of that, and now he's just determined just to stick around as long as he can.
We were telling everybody that it was Steve's birthday, and everyone was kind of like, "Hey, Steve, happy birthday!" and a couple good wishes for Steve. Someone asked if he happens to be a former Marine. I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows that. They said he looks like he's a Marine.
Okay.
But I don't know if he has any military service. However, I just know he's a straight up guy. And hey, happy birthday to you, buddy.
That's right. What's the over under on the age? I don't.
Murder Steve.
Is there an over under going on when he was born or what his age is?
I'm thinking. I don't know. We could start.
I mean, do you mind if I set a line?
Go ahead and set a line.
I'm gonna go 61.5.
Over, because I'm thinking he's like 63.
Well, that's not way over. So that's a pretty fair line.
It's like, I'm sitting here saying this is exactly how I play.
We have to ask. I'm thinking 63, and I don't know. I personally don't know how old he is. Chat room, 61.5 is the line. Over under? What's the spread? 1.5? 2?
What's that?
Are we gonna give him 1.5, 2?
No, just over under. 61.5. What's our traffic been like? Your traffic, not our traffic.
We've had it's kind of an off night for us, but we're broadcasting on an off night. I know it peaked one time around 125 people.
Okay.
I think it's probably
It's not bad though because
pretty close to where we're at right now. It's actually funny. When we first started broadcasting, I was mentioning to the chat room that. As I just lost my window. I was mentioning in the chat room, I go, hey, we're going to have an extra broadcast this week. And then some guy goes, oh, so you guys are going to broadcast Wednesday too? And I go, no, tonight. It's the extra broadcast. It's Monday. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, you guys are on air. It's Tuesday. I go, no, it's Monday. Tomorrow's our normal night.
You guys are you're setting yourselves up. You're setting expectations now that you're on other than a Tuesday.
I screwed up somebody's week. They actually thought it was Tuesday, and they were all happy. And then they realized, oh, it's just Monday.
But then the flip side is they got a bonus night. They realized then, and they can tune in tomorrow as well.
Carl, you're setting the line at 69.5. Come on. I think he's 63. I think that's real close.
I'm starting to think I said it low, but
the card I looked at was reduced. No, not again. Not again. Second card was a little higher.
I don't know.
Me first.
Yep.
63.
That's our bad.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because I don't make mistakes.
Toby doesn't have anything about old people.
I haven't seen you ever make a mistake.
Yeah. You watched my poker games, right?
Whoa.
Is that when Paul Boston knocked the camera over? Did you guys get that? That was pretty solid.
Somebody's moving the camera around out there right now. What are we trying to get a vision inside of that?
All right, so Paul's going to go all in here, right? 11.5, so he's right at just under 10.
45?
See, that's what I tried to do with my A7, and I got called out by Bobby at the break,
Hey,
and rightfully so.
callers.
You showed me one.
See, it worked that time. So, like, my line of thinking was, I don't want to. I just want people to fold, but to his point, like, I'm going all in regardless, and I feel like that's probably what Paul would have done.
Yeah, I mean, he's not getting called either way, but I think I'd just ship it there myself.
Right.
Blinds are now looks like they're, I'm going to say 714 is my guess. They haven't been updated on the tablet, but you hear the buzzer go.
Okay, so you know how, just an observation, like Trevor, he's back here, and he's got, like, the slick back hair, and, looking pretty smooth, but, like, he took his hat off during the game, and, like, hair just, like, flew all over the place.
He's got a mess up there.
Yeah, I was really shocked. I thought he was, like, all clean cut all the time. He's really letting himself go when he's at the table.
He does have the look, though. He's got a poker player look to him.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Was he like tipping a dealer there? Oh, B Million. Back in the chat.
It looks like Rick needs a tip, to be honest with you. He looks like he's needs some coin.
Someone asked if Rick was about ready to die.
Right.
And I said, well, that's kind of mean, but...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a lot of comments about his shirt.
Well, and rightfully so. He wore his Sunday best
His Sunday
to the table. Yeah.
And they were back here, the chat room, when I asked him who his favorite stripper was.
Right. I get the feeling he's got quite a few. I think that'd be hard for him to narrow down.
B-Mill, I think you're stepping in here shortly. After I talk with Brad here for a little bit.
Tony checked behind. He was in position. He checked the 7. And you hit the board. I'm
7.
middle pair, and now
Yeah.
the queen could hit. It's,
Yeah, now
I
he's
don't
leading
know.
out. Battle of the blinds. If I hit that board, I'm betting it.
Right. Yeah, I feel I don't know. Like Tony's probably not playing a large stack quite like I would. But it's working for him. Well, although his lead is shrinking. I don't think he's given up a lot of chips. People are starting to catch up to him though.
Absolutely, I remember that. Well, I mean, if I'm sitting with Tony's chip stack and the small blind limps in, I'm going to at least 3-bet it.
Right.
A good friend B Million told me, never go in a pot limping. And yet I just limp all the time. B Million says, if you're going to play a pot, put money in it.
So he raised with 10-9 there. I think he had a stronger hand. Well, he had 10-6. So, I don't know. He was in position both times, and he played it differently. It's kind of interesting.
And he's playing it in the Paul, and Paul's not going to be that aggressive.
Yeah.
Blinds are... Hey, Lynn, have them update the blinds, if you can. They're not 612. And it's going to make chip counts off.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I'll get it this next hand.
See, this is the position I was in. I'm ace rag. I was 7-handed. Ryan's 5. So he's gonna let it go.
Yeah, what's his chips?
He was at 12.
It's at 12.
So he was right at 10, I think. So that's borderline. I mean, I guess I would have played mine different. But he's a favorite against King Queen, so I mean, this could get him in trouble.
Trevor could chip here.
Right. See, the thing is, he has to think he has the best hand because Tony with his big stack, he's calling all day. So
He's chipping, and Tony's got to make the call.
right. Yeah.
Trevor's at risk, B-Mill.
Thing.
Anything?
Still got 2 live cards. Nope.
Yep. Yeah, it's tough.
And like I said, this is what happened to Tony all night long. Whenever he's putting money in,
Right.
he's got the best or hit the
Right.
best.
I mean, there he's got to go with it. But a lot of people have been playing with the guy who has the biggest stack. It's weird. Like I said before, I'm staying away, unless I've got the goods. But King 10, you're gonna go with that hand, and he just ran up against a bigger one.
Oh, so we're down to these final 4. They're all cuddled up at the end of the table.
That's smart.
It's like Len's gonna bring the boom camera over, catch a different angle. That's our producer.
He would have been small. Yeah.
Chat wants Bobby in the booth. Well, of course they do.
They're looking for a B-mill.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just keeping the seat warm.
He's just keep. Yeah, I just figured I'd hang out here.
I mean, I really have not a whole lot to do right now. My choices are go home. Maybe my kids are in bed. I don't know. But I'm not taking that chance. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit longer.
Oh, look at that camera view. I like it. Good job, Len.
Is it?
Steve called on her again. Okay.
Just called.
Yeah. So he needs to flare this, and you'll take it down. And he
Oh, yeah,
checks.
especially with Ryan checks to him.
Yep.
See, now you have to. No one's checking here. This tournament, if you hit this board, you're not checking here. And if Ryan's going to check, make the bet.
So,
But I think it's kind of a
Ryan
weak
might-
bet. I mean, Potts was what? Oh, no, I guess it was about 3.
mhm.
So we bet pot size.
Steve had a chance to take it down on the flop. Now
Well,
Ryan has a, yeah,
Yeah,
not
he's
quite the
considering
nut
the
flush,
redraw.
but-
He's considering the redraw here. He's like, well, if I hit a
Right.
diamond, I'm best.
right.
Could you slide the
The thing about that hand, Steve does not have an ace, right? I mean, or else he's firing a flop.
Right.
Most likely.
Or most likely he's going to jam it or bet a whole lot bigger.
So
Did it register?
King might be good there, and you have nut flush draw, board pair. But like I said, the aces. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Councilman Jam.
Flash it to the camera.
Welcome back to the
Yeah,
show.
can you do that, please?
Are you surprised to see us on a Monday night?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, these are good.
King.
Okay.
I didn't get to see whatever that card was if you were showing me.
Everybody's good. So it's small.
Ryan wanted to know if he folded and if he hit his flush.
Do we rabbit hunt here or no?
The thing is, the system can rabbit hunt as long as the dealer doesn't muck the cards. They can put that other card face down and slide it up. It's going to show back here to us.
Okay.
And none of them will get to see it, but yeah, it'll show up
Okay.
on there. However,
Well, yeah, I don't care if they see it.
However,
It's all-
if they muck one of the last hands where a winner's declared, then it won't show any cards.
right.
Yeah, we had a dead button.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
w-
Tony.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So Tony's under the gun. He's going to, with his big stack, he's going to go 3 times, right?
Wow, Ryan's got pocket threes. So he did 2.5.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, any pair is just so good four-handed, right? So
Yeah, here he
he's
goes. I was gonna wonder.
push
I was gonna wonder if he was gonna try to
Yeah.
press Tony a little bit.
it. Mhm.
Wow. So Tony's got him like 3-1 in chips.
Mhm.
10-5. Sold.
Tony's dominated this tournament most of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
See if that luck continues with him.
If he has a marginal chip stack, he might get away from it.
I think with his, I'm calling.
Right.
I mean, Ryan could be doing that with like ace, king.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
I'm surprised he's not in already with this chip stack, but he's definitely mulling it over. I mean, maybe he's just putting him on eights, or and
Hey, Councilman.
overpair to him.
Councilman, just want to let you know that this is actually a sit and go tournament. It's the final game of the first half of the 2015 season of the Akron Poker League. I can't
Wow.
believe he's folding there. I cannot believe that he's folding
Wow.
there.
I hope he shows. No, he didn't show it.
Wow. Wow. Anyhow, there's about a 2,500 prize pool, and
Yep.
it's just a sit and go, 10 players, about 8K in starting chips tonight, and we're at like 714 on blinds. So real game, and we're still on tomorrow, Councilman. We're just throwing this extra game in because the Akron Poker League asked us if we could air that table, this final table tonight. Troy, everyone's asking for you. They want to hear your story. Not sure why anything's reading here. Troy, I just want you to know, Trevor, I just want you to know that the story of the line of the night is this. No matter if you feel you've ever made a bad call about anything, so if you feel you made a bad play tonight, just remember Darren. And you just feel
It's gotta make you
100%
feel
better.
Yeah. All right, we'll do this hand and I'll get out.
I don't know, Carl. I mean, he's
He.
with his chip stack.
Oh, did he re-raise and try?
With his
Oh,
chip
okay.
stack,
That was
he's.
a good
I think gonna make that call there.
Oh,
I am.
all right, guys.
Because Ryan's a putz, and I'm calling Ryan every day. All right, Brad. Thanks for hanging out.
All right, no problem.
I'm gonna sit here and talk to Troy a few minutes, and I'm gonna get up and let B Mill take over. Let it be a Troy B Mill show for a little bit here.
Hey, man.
Troy, everyone was rooting for you, man. It was Team Troy all night long in the chat room.
What's up, guys? Oh, man. I am just not feeling too happy right now. I'll tell you that right now. That was a grind. That was tough. I was rocking and rolling early, and I thought I was playing pretty well, getting, moving people off of hands, all that kind of good stuff. But cold deck late on a shorty is never fun.
Well, I think everyone was really impressed with your short stack game. I mean, you've been playing short stack for like 4 levels now, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I had 10 big blinds since like the start of the game.
And like you got some mad respect at the table. I mean, you were pushing with hands that we all agree that you should have pushed with, but when you go back and watch this, you're gonna be shocked by some of the hands that fold to you.
Yeah, well, Ron showed me one of them when it was blind versus blind. I shoved like 9-10 or 10-5, something completely just. It was just if it fools me, I was already just making my mind up. I'm just gonna jam. The blind just too high. I have to pick up chips somewhere. And he showed me ace-8, and I was like, he told me afterwards. He goes, "You could have done that with any ace down to ace-9." I was like, "Yeah, I would have, but what are the odds I have a better ace than you?" But what are you gonna do?
There's another hand. I think you jammed with like a ace-7, ace-8, and it went around the Tony, and Tony folded like an ace-jack to you, and then it goes over to Moskowitz, who folds like
that's right.
pocket
Okay,
sixes
yeah.
to you.
Bob was telling me about that outside, aka B Millions. Yeah, I had like ace-7 suited, I think, under the gun, and I was really tweening like whether to shove or not. I hate shoving middling aces under the gun, especially when we were still, I think we were still 6-handed at that point. And it's because it's just too often someone wakes up something that can kick your ass. But yeah, it sounds like people are giving me some serious respect, which I guess raising under the gun will give you that love. But
The most feared player in the table tonight, based upon voting majority rules. Who would you guess?
Most feared player. I guess Steve. I mean, he just
Scuba Steve.
he's tough to goof around with too much. You know, I've been playing with Steve for a long time, right? And for the first many years, it was like top 4%. That's all I played. But after I think I accidentally coached him a couple of times. Like after he bust out, we go and we talk, discuss hands. So I think I inadvertently made him better, which is good for him. I mean, he took the time to increase his profitability by learning. But yeah, he doesn't win this thing every year for nothing. He puts the time in and he reviews his hands and
3 years
gets
in a
better.
row.
Yeah. This might have been 4. I think he tied first this year. So I mean, he's done a pretty sick APL heater.
He went on the ropes like level 4 or 5. I think he took a couple hits and he was low stack for a while. And then
Well,
came
early
back down.
I was like early on. I was like, oh man, I feel bad for the guy. It's his birthday. He's gonna be the first
Right,
one out. But he
right.
he had a couple spots that I'm surprised people folded to his shoves, just because they were raising like min or whatever, and he was jamming like
You tell me now. It's okay.
5-6 big blinds, and I'm like, how are you raise folding in any of these spots? But you know, everyone plays their own cards the way they want to, so whatever they want to do.
It's pretty evident, I think.
All right, well, I'm gonna step out. If you want to slide over here to the driver's seat, we'll let B Mill sit in here for a little bit. I'm gonna take a little break. And...
B-Mill can take it. I'm comfortable. That's my good side anyhow.
This is your good side? All right, B Mill. Why don't you come take over for me? I'm gonna take a little break and I don't smoke, but I'm gonna go have some fresh air.
This is a bad spot for Ryan. I don't think there's any chance Tony can ever call.
Hang on,
can
B
never
Mill.
fold.
It's a good hand.
Ryan,
it's your girlfriend.
Ryan James Button for 13.3. I mean, Tony should be calling here with like all the way down to like ace 5. So ace jack. I'm surprised he didn't beat him into the pot. To be honest with you.
I bet he's done some really weird play.
There's Ryan Stoke as always. Someone should tell me he's got a spider on his shirt though.
See, this is where Tony's been really weird.
So he's just leveling himself. Like, I mean, how often does Ryan really have a hand to beat ace jack? I mean, it's just basically never. Like, I guess he's like worried about flipping, but you have to win flips to win tournaments. This is just the time. All right.
There he goes. I honestly didn't
Watch
know
this.
what he was gonna do.
Ryan's gonna be like, "What? It took you that long?"
King me.
Ryan says, "King me." We
King
playing
tens?
checkers.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, well, there you go.
good night. Sleep tight, Ryan.
See you, Ryan.
Been
All right,
nice,
B-Mill.
been nice knowing you.
Chat room, I think I'm out for the night. I'm gonna go hang out with Len for a little bit. So we'll see you guys all tomorrow night.
He has the Steve Day disease. Although no, he gets his on the river. No, he didn't get it.
Ryan, see, yes, I busted. I busted. I hung out as long as I could. My plan was just to hang on to at least get third with the pay jump hit. But the way Ryan and Paul were playing, I didn't think they were ever getting a situation where they were going to lose their stack to put us four-handed, where I could really kind of, just kind of push my hand and get folds from people that are worried about the pay jump. But
I don't think anyone else.
Hello, everybody.
I folded. Oh, did I fold? I couldn't remember if I had ace clubs or not. I remember having a black ace,
No. Okay.
but I couldn't remember if it was ace of clubs or not.
Oh,
It's kinda gross.
I'm sorry I missed all that. I'm trying to get my Twitch going
Oh, queen of diamonds.
so I can communicate.
Sure. So right now, Tony is an overwhelming chip leader. I feel beyond happy for him because he works his tail off day in day out to put this thing together. He's one of the guys behind the scenes, and obviously I like all three of these guys, but Tony especially, for all the work he puts in on this stream, for him to win, it would be amazing. What's up, B Mills?
Hey, happy to be in the booth. I've been basically eagerly awaiting the whole night, just counting chips, doing that fun stuff. and here I am.
Good job by Paul there. A lot of times he tries to get tricky, and he kind of tricks himself into there in that situation, and he ends up limping and then giving his opponent a free flop.
I think I have harder to deal with 3 people than the whole table.
What's up, Brian? You want to come say some words?
Oh.
I can if you want me to.
I do agree. A nit roll with the ace jack. And honestly, he's been folding that hand. I think he folded the hand like 3 times tonight.
I wonder if he's had like some sort of bad history with it or something.
I don't know, honestly.
What's up?
I
Here's a
mean-
dynamic duo, front and center.
What's up, guys?
Man, it's not like I was banking on a W today, but I really felt like I had a pretty good edge.
I mean, you're filling your oats, dude. You come in, you know the game, you know all the players. You've been playing all season with them. It's ready to do work, but sometimes, you know, the structure doesn't allow for it. I mean, as much knowledge you have, you can only do what you can do with the chips you have.
Yeah, I think when I made that ace high call against Tony, like, feels like umpteen levels ago, and I took a big chunk out of myself. I don't know. I'm not sure why I thought being a hero there was a correct play. Honestly, I think you guys watching played a part in it. Like, if I call there with ace high and you guys are just all like, he's the man. Why is he not just
Right.
filthy stinking rich?
Exactly. I know exactly what you're saying because I've made a few questionable plays myself because I knew I was on the show.
Like, all day I'm just trying to tell myself to just turn it off and just, you know, just go and play and let my play speak for itself. But there was a piece of me that was just like,
It's hard
be
to. That's
better.
like, it's in the back of your mind.
Be better. Be better than what you actually are and impress all these people that you don't know.
Yeah. Well, because who doesn't want to impress people they don't know?
Sure. I mean, isn't that the purpose of life?
I mean, that's what I live for.
Make strangers like you.
I mean, I love strangers.
I feel like this right now. I just feel like that's what my brain feels like. Just like, brrr.
It kind of looks like you.
It looks a lot like me, sadly. Thanks, Darren. Appreciate it. I know you like me, and I know you bring me candy and chocolates whenever you can when you come and hang out with us. So I could use like an ice cream cake right now to make myself feel better.
I mean, I could use an ice cream cake too. I mean, I've been sitting there punching numbers on that iPad. I'm losing my mind. That is true, Carl.
Carl putting
dump his
needles
entire
in.
stack. Oh man.
Question is, I wonder if I might play tomorrow night if we don't have enough players. Bust out the cash style Troy.
Cash Troy? I don't know what's better, Cash Troy or Tournament Troy.
I think it's like 60. Oh, you guys might want to argue this, but I think I'm like 65-35 better in tournaments. I just think people are too bad a lot of times.
I agree. I think it's more 80-20, but
You really think it's that high?
no, maybe not. Maybe not.
No, be honest. I don't care. I mean,
No, I'm just kidding. I think you're right on. Steve's.
I do. Yeah. Tony moved all in on the.
Oh,
Steve,
he has
Steve,
to call. Okay.
Steve limped with the 9-10. I think did Steve ask Paul for a count to see where he was to fold up for another spot?
17-8.
If he could see the math, I think he would call.
Yeah.
17-8.
I feel like sometimes people aren't really thinking about the chip stack in relation to the blinds they have. Like, I don't know if.
Well, that's like
It's really
that's like
relating.
every time it folded me in a battle of blinds, I was like, I'm shoving any 2. I mean, obviously I had the 9-2.
Yeah.
I had the 9-2 at one point. I was like, well, my equity is just like -40.
Well,
And,
you didn't hear it either when I was sitting out there. I heard Ryan talking to Boston and said, "I'm gonna call Trevor if he shoves a button next time whenever I have anything because he's playing every button," and it made me giggle inside because.
Which is funny because
I know that
I really wasn't, and because all I had was a shove stack.
Well,
And
here's
I didn't shove that many buttons.
here's what happened is if you're if you're like being more aggressive than most of the players at the table, they look at that like you're like playing every hand on the button. But when you're really just playing correct, like you're just being aggressive when it calls for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where people just get lost. Like, they think I'm just like this aggro monster, but really I was just playing in my mind correctly. If they're gonna fold at such a high rate, my hands are irrelevant.
Well, that's kind of what I used to do when I played at the shoe a lot, or even in anything. I mean, everybody always thought I was some super aggro maniac, and I was just playing all these hands and like playing crazy. But really, I was just playing poker and
In position.
in position. That's it. That's all it is. I'm in position. I'm raising, and we're gonna see how it is. And everybody's folding to me, and they're playing super tight. So why not? Like,
Yeah, it's
I'm
not-
gonna raise every time.
It's not like we're losing our minds under the gun +1. Like, we're just sitting there doing our thing.
Yeah, that camera shot is awesome. Is that a new? Did he just do that?
Yeah, he that's the boom cam. He has it like laid out
Nice.
over the table.
Nice. It does look good.
Hopefully in the future we'll have like 4 tripods all with like this quality of camera all looking over the table.
And some people want holograms, so maybe we can get some holograms in here.
Ooh, Teddy Grahams too?
Yeah, we can get a Pokey Girl hologram. That'd be good.
I don't know what she looks like, but if Bob's into her, then I'm guessing she looks alright.
Well, apparently she wants to take the giant face to Put in Bay. So your
Ooh.
giant face
Ooh.
could be plastered all over. Who knows where that giant face will go?
Boom, boom, boom. Put-in Bay, man, that place is nutty. I think we're too young for Put-in Bay. Put-in Bay is like you gotta be like 45 and like tanned all over.
It's filthy.
You just gotta be
It's
like
a filthy place.
just put the banana hammock on and
What is this? Tell Steve to get off my stack. That's what I'd say. Don't touch my chips, man. I mean, you don't know. Steve could be like a magician. He's slipping a couple of those 500s in his hand.
yeah, Antonio. So Tony's just Hollywood. I mean, it's just like he's getting like 1,000,000 to 1, but
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
you're like drawing stone dead.
I don't really know if there's a need to tank with hands that you're clearly not going to fold with. I mean, it's this late in the tournament. Blinds are super high, or I just don't see it.
They're higher than Willie Nelson.
I mean, especially with like, if you think, okay, if you think like
can just move past
ICM,
that one.
I mean, Steve's so short. It's like, why would you even call? You know, just get onto the next hand.
Yeah, last hand, I think Tony led and Paul just jammed over him, which I don't know what happened pre-flop. I don't know if Tony just limped and Paul checked, which I don't really understand either, because if you have an ace 3-handed and I don't know, I'm just probably getting it all in.
That's right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Put in Bay is not filthy.
Who's arguing?
The old sausage wallet.
Ooh. Fold your bills correctly, make them all fit. I want to play this tournament over again, but I want to play deep.
Goofball polishes.
There's Bookie Girl.
Everybody knows Goofball Paul now because Bart Hansen has made him famous.
Goofball and Troy taking on the world.
I mean, I almost feel a little left out. Like I need him to like mess me up somehow. and say-
On the a little note, I guess you're hearing this here first, females. Next time Bart Hansen, it's me and you.
Oh boy.
4 hours straight.
Oh boy. That's gonna be a
You
treat.
want to hear the reasoning? It's
What the-
because they said you don't get starstruck and you don't give an ish. Who's on the other end of the camera?
I mean, it's,
And find me someone to argue that.
it's pretty true. I
It'd be
mean,
really tough.
I'm gonna needle the heck out of Bart Hansen.
Yeah, you're just gonna Bobby's gonna be the guy that just everything Bart does like no. I don't think you've done your research. You don't know what you're talking about.
I think you need to think a little bit more deep about that hand there, Bart.
It's not like you have a training site or anything. Which have you guys been on Crush Side Poker yet? Because let me tell you,
It's amazing.
it is so, like
It really is.
you learn so much, but at the same time you realize you don't know squat about poker.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you're just like you have to just absorb it, just be a sponge. Like everything Bart says, all of his other coaches, just soak it in, and you can get 5th place in a one table sit and go.
I mean, exactly. I thought I was so good, and then I started watching the videos on Crush Live Poker, and it really did. It made me realize, like, man, I suck. I really suck at this game. I need to study more and harder. But
Steve's on the button here. if he does anything but jam, I will be
I will
sad.
I'll drop the mic literally. I
I
will
don't
drop
think
the mic.
like he can't. Like he has 10K and he'd be literally putting in 40%.
There's nothing you can do. Well, like earlier, Brad tried to do that.
What is
He had
this?
one out.
What is this? What is this?
Oh, okay.
He's a little like, oh well.
I guess I'll shove here.
Third place for me, I guess. He actually has a great position.
11-7.
Yeah.
His button is Goofball's big blind.
I'm actually kind of surprised. Yeah, I mean, do you think Tony should be calling with King 7? I mean, I don't know. I guess Steve does kind of have this tighter image when he's
It's
shoving. but
really, actually, that's really close.
I don't know.
I mean, I think Ace-7 is snapping. It's only one nugget down.
Oh, no, I was just button right.
I disagree. Dale Boone says no such thing as a pro in poker. It's all luck. I would love to play with you every day.
That's true.
Let's play some poker, man. Come on down.
Or up or left
Yeah.
or wherever you're at.
We'll just play 10 heads up, sit and goes in a row.
You're solid to those. Especially you got the shark avatar. All right, no cards for this hand. Let's see if they pop up here.
This is our B-Mills mystery hand of the night.
So if you're Tony here, and you know that Paul is the highest player at the table, are you ever not raising small blind?
If I'm
what-
Tony here,
Yeah, like what? And if you're, and if you know that, and you're Paul, and Tony's raising every small blind, how are you not
It's almost that hard to-
jamming?
jamming. I know.
And now,
Well,
and now this is where you're at.
here's another thing too. I mean, there we go. I mean, and here's Paul. He's gonna say, "Damn."
He's already said it.
Yeah.
He's
you
all
can just tell by his demeanor. He's
all
just
the
like, you know
four-letter
what?
words are coming out of his mouth right now, in his melon.
He's like, here you go.
Oh, this. I mean, it's a teaching moment. No, this is why we archive everything.
it-
If you play the table, you can go back and watch all your hands because it's more of a teaching moment than it is for us to berate you or make you feel stupid. It's just we want you to be better because we love everyone.
Okay.
Pokegirl, your heads up means way different than what he was talking about.
Whoa, ayo.
I'm assuming.
No, we actually played heads up, and I let her win every hand. No, she literally played every hand and would suck out on me every time we got it all in. And we were playing.
I can't believe you're
We're
just
playing
I can't believe you're
fake heads up.
divulging this information.
I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna let it go.
Oh, is that all in a call?
According to people in chat,
We
though,
got all in a call. We're
all in and call.
There's
There it
my
is.
tens. Oh, it's only like 18 hands later. Good night, sleep tight, Steve.
Like, see, this is what I mean though. Like, is King 9 really that much better than King 7 that he had a few hands ago?
But he was
Except-
he was making the action that time though. I'll give him credit for
Okay.
that.
I didn't really see what happened. I just saw. all in
Tony
and call.
Tony bet a bit and Steve went all in for the rest, and Tony called.
Tony. Is
I think
straight
Tony
up
I think
stacking.
Tony kind of had it in his mind, especially against me. Like I know he raised. I'll back up the story a little bit. So earlier on, when I had pocket eights on the button or small blind rather, and Paul limped the button and I shipped it with eights, there was a big discussion afterwards on the table about he should have raised. That way he was priced in to call my all in, which I wish he would have as well. Because
Right.
I think I'm a massive favorite against all of his button raises.
Button X first.
So that being said, I think Tony picked up on that. So when he raised my big blind when I had the king 10 and busted, I think he wanted to raise enough that
Okay, who gets the first
he didn't have a decision to make anymore.
Yeah.
He just was like,
He was trying to make it easier on himself.
right. So he just was like, you know what? If he's got it, he's got it. But I'm priced in to call. So I think Paul's hand from earlier kind of put that in Tony's mind because Tony might have raised smaller had that not been talked about.
Oh god, I love the chat, dude. The chat, you guys liven me up. Like, I almost get distracted just reading it. I just need to just block you guys out sometimes because you make me giggle. I'm giggling inside right now.
JM Cropsy, couldn't agree more. We tried to get our regular dealer Jerry, but he was busy tonight, so this is our best option to
Yeah,
have a shuffle, then have him deal just to keep things going.
This isn't our regular show. This is just kind of an extra thing. So it's hard to get everybody together that we're used to getting on our Tuesday nights.
Actually, do you mind? No,
Yeah, we're busy beavers, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. It's not every night we can get all of our crew in here to.
Hey, Poker Fitness. I like the name. Look at that.
PJ, is that you? PJ, are you hanging out with us?
I feel like it has to be it. saying nice camera shots.
Like legitimate odds day shift. I wouldn't say that high just because the blinds dictate so much. But I'd say like 58 to 1.
So here we are, heads up. Did you ever think that
These two?
these two?
What's the payout?
Tony, I could see because Tony actually can kind of play. He's not very like, I'd say one way. He plays poker how you should. Like you just.
Well, here's my
Built
only.
the spots.
Here's what I thought earlier on. So obviously we were super short-handed tonight. We're dealing for ourselves. We're trying to do the chip counts. Luckily Bob stepped in. We had a one-man commentary going on. Tony was kind of like, I'll probably be the first one out. I'll go help everybody and get things, sorted out. But I think he kind of went on a little bit of a mini heater starting out, which kind of got the juices flowing. He goes, well, I might as well win. I might as well play it out now. But
Well, he
honestly,
did.
I feel all right. So I think a lot of times in poker we defeat ourselves.
I can
Whether-
agree with that. 'Cause
whether
I do
we're-
that all the time.
Whether we're leveling or whether we're making bad decisions, I think part of his game tonight, he had so much on his mind, it didn't allow those dumb thoughts to creep in.
So
like,
he was just on easy mode, pretty much.
yeah, like those smartphones that old people get, and they dumb down the smartphones so they can use them easier. Like his brain, like, he had to make sure like the cards are working, the cameras
Yeah.
are working. He had so much other extra stuff going on that
It
he
didn't
wa-
allow his mind to wander into those devious thoughts that
he
he
wasn't
had.
he wasn't gonna 4-bet with 8-4 clubs. Like that wasn't gonna be part of it.
So what are they doing? Are they?
9 and change.
And they're working, I think possibly talking about a chop, but I think the top two payouts are actually kind of flat.
I'm cool with that. If you want to do the 8, I would definitely agree to the 8 and 8. And then
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Carl. Dude, no
Definitely
chops,
that.
man.
8 and 8, and then play for the rest. Tony's getting hustled.
Yeah, dude. If I'm Tony in this spot, I'm literally.
Go for the crown.
All right. My dream scenario would be me versus golf
Me.
ball.
Oh.
Well, no, you're easy. Me versus.
Right, you want a
golf ball.
challenge? Got you. I feel you.
I don't know if you remember when we played online. Yeah,
I don't remember if you remember when we played in real life.
So, actually,
I do remember that. I do remember that.
I vaguely remember shipping it.
I mean,
I ship. 1-0 live.
1-0 live. That sample size though.
Dude, I remember online though. You ran like a Usain Bolt
I
impersonator.
ran like God. I think I had like zero money on my account except for like $1, and then we played and I had like $20 or something.
I'll take over. It was like 3,000, I think. You turned $1 into 3,000. Play me heads up.
I mean, hey, what can you do? You know, it's all.
I
luck.
wonder if Tammy 3 is gonna be making an appearance tomorrow night. How many? Who's in the chat right now wants to play tomorrow
I
night?
think everybody does. I mean, have they not seen the play? Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to come see Tammy live. I mean, that could be like
Tammy Live
could
sounds
be like an actual show, like Tammy Live.
Tammy Live sounds like it's like one of those like strip clubs where they bring in like one of those professionals. Next on the main stage, Tammy.
Stack's in my way.
I just lost my.
I think you just lost connection. Messing around. Oh, there it is, right there. Right? Actually, I don't know. There's so many. Can you hear me?
Boom boom
There it is.
boom 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 boom.
All right, I can guarantee you, Paul thinks forever about this. Oh, okay, he raised. I was gonna say, freaking Paul, man.
Maybe we were right.
I love
Maybe Tony should have chopped. This is what I said. Like the blinds are so stinking.
What are the
high.
blinds now? 1,000, 2,000?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of anybody's game at this point. He's not as deep as he was, you know.
There's pills for that. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go.
Total.
Hey, this is a chop pot. Will you run out there and chop it for him?
Dude, you don't even. That's the.
Are the chop
worst
pots
thing.
even funny anymore? I mean, that
I
was
don't
like
think
8
it's
years
that
ago.
funny. I mean, listen, I played poker so much, and you know, I got things going on through my head. It's like I can't be worried about math and chopping pots.
It's
you know?
really
It's like,
math is super overrated.
I don't deal. I don't chop pots. Why
Don't-
should I know how to do it?
Don't call it a cone back.
Don't call it a cone back.
Talking about ice cream or what?
See, this is interesting. Like, I feel like this
This
could
isn't-
be it.
You just gotta get in. You got an ace. You got like 6 big blinds.
But I mean,
You just gotta suplex them into the middle.
I mean, it's Paul here though.
Look at his
Like,
nostrils.
I don't think.
Look at Rick's nostrils.
I honestly
How much
don't-
cocaine has he ingested through his nose?
I don't think that Paul's played enough heads-up poker or practiced or studied it to realize how strong aces become and how strong certain hands are.
The funny thing is, like, when I first learned like poker, I actually learned heads up for the most part.
Well, it's the truest form. It's like
It's
if you can learn heads up,
so true.
it's so true, dude. If you learn heads up, like you're gonna be
This isn't
so much
real.
more advanced.
Dude, put it in the middle, brother.
It's
Come on, brother.
it's hard, man. He's got what 22 big blinds.
So
or
anyhow,
something?
my story was I
21?
learned heads up first, and I overvalued aces like beyond belief, and I actually had to tone it down after the fact. But still, it doesn't mean that aces don't mean anything. Like, I guess it was a 3-bet, but still.
700 already.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It's
The problem I think with the structure too that we had here tonight was you
85.
don't really allow for much like actual poker playing. Like as the tournament goes on, it just becomes everybody's short and you just either have to shove or
I don't
fold.
know what offer.
It's hard to like get 3 bets in or 4 bets in. It's hard to like do things, you know?
Right.
Don't you want to do things?
I love doing things.
I like doing things too.
Yeah, I
Who
think
doesn't
so.
like
No,
doing
I
things? And you
often
can't
do.
do
Actually, I
things.
think that's one of my leagues playing cash show because I'm like, ooh, I'm super deep. I'm gonna do things, and then
you do things.
they do things to me, and I'm like, oh, how do you wake up with that?
I did.
Oh, it's because you 5-bet somebody and then they
They
shifted.
did, what? They don't have fucking fours.
Speaking of that, remember the hand when you tried to mess with me and I had kings and we were deep and you were my ride or something? And it was the last hand and you lost like 150 trying to like do something.
I would have lost more.
I can't
But you
remember.
showed me your hand.
I
And you're-
showed you because I'm a nice
Go
guy.
ahead.
Ever any of you guys in chat ever seen that movie, Not Another Teen Movie, where they're parroting Breakfast Club, and they're doing like the guys getting all the detentions, and the one turkey boy is just like, stop. That was Bobby. Like, so he raised, I 3-bet, he 4-bets. I think that's how it went.
And I think I'm sitting at like 900 or something.
You had a lot, because that's the night we were racing to a G, I think.
Yeah.
We were racing to
I
a
was real
G,
close.
and yeah, you raised. I think I had position. I'm fairly sure I had position. You raised. I 3-bet.
I thought you were in like the big blind or something and I was on the button.
No, because we were sitting. We weren't side by side that time.
Yeah, we're like three seats apart.
I think Dempsey might have been at the table too.
Oh man, it was a great night.
But I was getting ready to like ship it in your face, and
I could see
you
it.
picked up your hand and you showed me 2 kings, and I was like, well, I got 3 outs.
I got 3 outs, let me just
I mean,
fold.
I had ace king. It wasn't like I was completely getting silly, but
Didn't you break even that night too? Like that was your profit. You basically like
I
shifted
think
over to me. What a ride home that was. One for the road.
that might have been that night. That might have been the night me, you, and Justin and Dempsey were there.
Oh man,
And you were just cutting loose.
cutting loose, dude.
Dude,
Yes,
it
Poke
is-
Girl, I do like playing poker super deep. So that's
Who's King Arthur?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's showing cards.
Pokey girl getting saucy in the chat.
Saucy. Guys, just remember, if you like what you're seeing here, follow us, subscribe, follow me on Twitter
What is it?
Yes.
at bmillion315.
Okay, actions on
He's
top.
just Twitter.
I don't tweet anything, but you can follow me, and if I do, you get to read it.
If you follow him and you tweet him, he will tweet you back, or at minimum,
I
he
will definitely
favorite
tweet
it.
you back. That's fair, but it might be like 5 days later because I check Twitter once every like 5 days or something.
Twitter's been super fun the last few days. All the people complaining about Colossus.
I could imagine because there's so many players in that.
Did you see?
Getting knocked out?
Moreman's tweet was the best. He goes, "Somebody still have to prize pool of Colossus." That's why he's only 600k.
Oh,
How much is it?
Tony raised preflop. Paul called.
I feel like you just have to call.
It
I
went
mean,
check, bet.
What?
Paul went all in. Now Tony has 9.8 to call.
95.
Yeah, Chuck cashed in that Colossus.
Did he? Good
Yeah.
for him.
I don't know what he actually cashed for, but I mean it wasn't nothing crazy or anything, but still just to get through that
Well-
field and
Well, it's because you have to get to the final table and make anything crazy.
yeah.
The
You go
final,
from,
the final table payouts were pretty sick though. Like I think top 7 all made 100k.
It's just this. That's such a sweet tournament. It's so disgusting that he said, "Here, look, I'm folding a pair to you."
Are they playing show 1 when they fold?
I think he just started playing it by himself. And here
He's
we are.
playing with himself. Playing. So those chip counts are not accurate, I don't think, right now.
Are you sure? I would love to know if they were. I mean, Paul's just short, so.
I think
What are the pinks? Aren't they? Is that
that
pink?
actually might be right. It looks like he has like 4K on top. Yeah, actually, maybe he does only have 16. So he must have done something stupid to lose his chips.
Yeah, we missed it because we were battling on.
I didn't mean stupid. In fact, I just something like he just got unlucky. So I mean,
Yeah, because poker's luck. It's all luck.
so I've been told.
That was a good follow, Tony.
Any
Is that not
of you
good
guys
enough?
in the chat? Did you guys watch any of the hyper final table tonight?
Oh, you know, I think it went up when you guys were working your.
That was like the only downfall of Caitlyn Jenner.
We can see if we can get.
we
Caitlyn
gave her a
Jenner here.
call.
I mean, he or she or.
She might set her nuggets on the table like Tammy 3. You never know.
Oh my God! Get your nuggets off the rail.
Was that Blunt Step or was that Craig?
That was somebody else, I think. That was like.
Oh, that was that one dude just
Shipface,
took
wasn't it?
over. That might have been.
And he's in here today. I saw him. He came in and he was like pew pew pew. He did that to me.
What do you think he's in a church or something?
I don't know. How do I do that?
Get
How
it?
do I make the noise?
Get it? Pew pew pew. Stuff your Bibles in the back.
Oh man. So funny, man. They said something.
Dude,
I don't
the
even-
nuggets on the table. Get your nuggets off the rail. All right, Tony's got a couple of 6s.
I mean, this is just you're on the button. You have 6s. You're definitely.
This is my
Do you
main
think he
man.
should just be shipping now?
Always.
Why do anything else?
Actually, you know what? I take
Well-
that back. Paul's been calling like min raises or like 2.5ers. I think he might be able to get 2.5 out of him and then make some sort of move on the flop.
Well, and Paul likes to fold. Like that's his favorite thing to do is fold after he's put money in the pot.
Dude, you should see him with laundry.
I mean, seriously.
Never a wrinkle.
He folds so much you would have thought he worked at a laundromat.
Mm-hmm. Extra starch.
I remember that was like 8 hours of me and was it you and Matt making up all those things? Sexy Jesus is what let me shout that out. Pokey Girl calls Matt Sexy Jesus.
Understandably. Dude, long hair, don't care.
Don't
What do you want?
compare that. Don't compare that.
I'm not saying
So
you're
anyway,
not. He brought
we made up
sexy back.
all types of things like that. Like I can't
See?
remember.
Exactly.
Look, there
See?
it is.
Exactly. So
There it is.
this is why shipping is not good.
Oh man.
Now Paul's out of position.
See, this is what I don't understand because Paul he plays like super tight, and then it gets to like points like these, and then he does stuff that you kind of question, like, do you realize how much you have behind?
Only
like,
if he realized if he open shipped here, it'd be the best play of the day.
Yeah. And there it is. Now he's like, fuck, I'm out of here. Here, take half my stack.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first F-bomb of Poker on Air.
That was a loud one. We didn't have the
Whoop.
censor button ready.
Whoops-a-daisy.
We're not mean to Paul. We're just, that's not mean by calling out somebody's play. I mean, that's what we're here to dissect.
Hey,
His play. If
Jeremy-
he would have done something good.
Jeremy Jam. Quiet down over there.
And yes, he did.
I will
call it.
I will filibuster your talking by talking about our forefathers.
He folds so
Actually-
much, you would have thought this was origami.
Boom.
No?
Dude, just
That's not
jokes
it?
on days.
All right.
Chip it. King highs the nuggies. I'm not sure when when nuggies took over for. Oh my god.
I can't. It's just like one of those things.
I'm about to go Kurt Cobain on you guys.
I'm pretty sure he's doing
just
it.
gonna pull the trigger with my tail.
Oh god. Oh my god. You are on
I
fire.
got fifth place. I got fifth place of this.
I
I'm
just
so
fail
mad.
fished it in real life. I just did the fail fish chat. Like I don't know if you just saw that. I just did it.
I got fifth place.
Fail fish right there in real life.
Not fourth, not third, not first or second. Man, I'm more tilted now that I might get mine busted.
I mean, it's all right. Sometimes
You
you
got-
just gotta stay alive, you know.
Tony's sneaking them yellow chips behind.
Paul is a wizard. He is a
Look
wizard.
at that mountain.
And now
Queen 8 and
I
queen-
can't see what he has. And then he chooses the 7-8 ball.
It's probably getting
I love
there.
you, man.
It's getting there. Watch this.
Mm,
It's
I mean, he has
it's
3
gonna be really
outs
tough.
at the moment.
Be really tough.
And Boom.
That's not gonna do it.
Game over, guys. It was been fun. I'm glad I could commentate for the last 20 minutes with you guys.
Congratulations to Tony Price.
He deserves it.
He told us he was gonna be the first one out, and lo and behold, he was the last.
Well, no, he meant the first one out of the room.
Ooh. I did not pick up on that.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Either way,
I'm on another level.
big props to Tony. He deserves it. Congratulations to Paul and Steve for coming up second and third. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us. It was a process.
It was interesting, to say the least.
I think I don't know how many of you guys do sit and goes, like live ones or otherwise. I think it's just another situation where you feel like you realize that no one's really that good. Like the tournament will dictate how people play, and you just have to be really lucky because that's all that matters.
Yeah. Luck is on your side. You win tournaments. And when you win tournaments, you win money. And then you can keep playing and get more lucky, you know?
And then get
That's
more
just
luck
knowledge from me.
to be more lucky.
So you guys take that.
But
knowledge.
thank you everyone for tuning in. It was fun to play finally, be on the table. I was a little nervous all day. I had some nervous gas, as Bobby can attest.
Okay.
But I think I played okay. I'm gonna go back and watch it, and maybe I'll do the Twitch read chat so I can see if you guys are being nice. But
Yeah.
either way, I had fun. I'm glad I got to hang in here with you guys for a little bit
Me too.
with B Millions. But don't forget, tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern, we're going to be here doing it all over again with 1-2 cash. I'll be here. Bob's going to be here. Dan's going to be here. We're going to have a good time. Tony, he's going to be here, probably just making it rain all night. But on that note, I think we're gonna say deuces.
Yeah. Hopefully Rajiv will be here and he can shove a cupcake in his mouth again. The whole thing.
Just pop it in like a
But-
Tic Tac.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
Later.